Hey everyone, we are going to write the code for Next.js middleware actually. तो भाई होने आ जाता हूँ भाई, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है मुझे लगता है। ठीक है, we just gonna run the command in the same project. That why we use the dot here. No, yes, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, right. Yes, no. So no problem. We are creating the just next apps inside here. We are going to next year. Maybe they install the they install the dependencies by yes. So our Next.js project is up and running, and now we gonna put some code for hello world to check it is running fine. Yeah. Yeah, the project is up and running, and we have also put the hello world in the page.tsx. So now we are going to configure the middleware in Next.js, and we wanna see how middleware works in Next.js. Actually, I am practicing this how middleware works in Next.js. So let's go and read the docs of middleware inside the Next.js. How to do it. There are a bunch of things written on this page, so I have to take some time in order to read this. So we have to create the middleware.ts file in the root of the project. So we're gonna create the middleware.ts in the root of the project. What we have to do, while only one middleware.ts file is supported per project. So only one middleware.ts file is supported in the Next.js. Organize your code logically and modernly break out middleware functionality into separate .ts or JS files and import them into your main middleware.ts file. This allows for the cleaner management of the route specific middleware aggregated in middleware.ts for centralized control. By importing a single middleware TS, it simplifies configuration prevent. So this is the sample file which given to us. We can use this sample file as our middleware. What I think, like we can simply use this as a middleware file, and let's say suppose like API slash suppose if we are going to this route, then it will what we are expecting. Then so that suppose we are going to this route, then it will API. Suppose if we are going to yeah. What we are expecting from this function is if we are going to this route, it must redirect us to the slash home route. So no problem till this. So we are going to slash API slash first copy this and pasting this. Yes, this thing we gonna expected, like we expected this to come. Like if we are going to API slash redirect to home route, then it will redirect us to the home route. Suppose if we are changing this and make it the root route, then it gonna show us like hello world. Like suppose if we are pasting this, then it will redirect us to this page. Suppose let's like it's working. Let's take some case. Suppose we have used some call to authorize the user. Suppose we have used some function in order to authorize the user, and it will return some variable like let is the first is you means if it is authorized, like it will provide us that the user is authorized or not. But if the user is not authorized, then we are like we can use a bunch of conditions in order to we can use bunch of condition in order to handle the middleware inside the Next.js. Like uh, it is slightly a bad way to manage the middleware in Next.js compared to the Node.js. If is authorized, we can use bunch of if condition in order to manage this. If it is authorized, then we can simply home page. Home page is only accessible to the authorized user, else in my unauthorized page, and we are going to create one unauthorized page here. Uh, un, and suppose if the person is unauthorized page, here we are creating the page for unauthorized where we will get the message as unauthorized, and simply we are returning. What I have done wrong here, we have created the wrong file type, so that's why we are getting the error here. Now if we are going to unauthorized page, it must show us. Oh, I understand it work as a component. So if we have to move this file inside this folder and we have to name it as page. Yeah. So this gonna be our unauthorized page, and this gonna be our unauthorized page, and after the unauthorized page we have to we have to show this page if the user is unauthorized, and we have to show the page, this page. Login user. Only login user can see this page. Yeah, so this page should be visible only to the authorized user, and okay. First of all, I have to learn the spelling of unauthorized. So this page should be visible only to the unauthorized user. So we are going to manage this inside the middleware folder. We direct to if authorized, if suppose if we are going to the auth folder. So this is the config folder where we have to put the route, or we have to put the route which we are like, where we have to make our middleware active. So suppose if we add like API, then this route will only work on the API/auth route. And suppose if I add star here, then it will start working for API/auth all route after star. And we have to, but we want that like API/auth route. If we are hitting the API/auth route, then it will, if the user is authorized, then simply redirect to the root route, and if it is not authorized, then simply redirect to the unauthorized route. So simply we are going and hitting the API/auth route. Oh, npm on dev, and now we can simply change it to authorized user can see this page. We are authorized. Now we are going, suppose our function, our authorization function is returning us. Suppose if the user is not authorized, then what we are getting. Auth API Create auth. Unauthorized access. You do not have permission to view this page. So if the user is not unauthorized, the middleware is redirect to this page. And if like what we gonna do for the what we gonna do what if have to do the multiple routes for the multiple pages, like for the like we have to use the different middleware for the different routes, then we have to like use bunch of if condition, and we have to extract the middleware route from the url of url bar. We have to extract the keywords from the routes from the url, and then we have to like write the if conditions, bunch of if conditions, in order to use the different middleware for the different route inside this middleware function. We can't create different middleware files. We have to create only this single file if we want to use the middleware inside the Next.js. And inside this middleware file, we have to manage all the middleware which we want to use for our app. So now we're gonna see how we can use different middleware for the different application inside the Next.js. So what are the how we gonna practice it? Like suppose if we are let me clear the suppose if we are a auth route if we are going to take 1 second. API slash auth route API slash authorize, then it will, if the request is coming to the API slash authorized route, then if authorized, then so the where we are redirecting actually analyze if the user is authorized true, then where we are actually redirecting it API less auth, then we are redirecting it to the route. So here we also do the same, then we are redirecting it to the root. So if the user is unauthorized, we will simply redirect it to the unauthorized route. Okay, and like these are the things. And one more middleware we gonna use for something else, like one we are using for authorization, and suppose we need one more middleware for doing something else for the specific route, then how we gonna manage? So one more middleware like uh, suppose one more middleware, like if we are going to suppose if the work of this middleware is to log something, log something, if we gonna reach log something, if we gonna if log something, if we gonna reach to like slash page, if we gonna reach to API slash uh, MIDDLE middleware one route. So if we gonna hit this route, then we have to log something like this middleware will like mid- middleware one is getting called before the route. We want this for this one, and one more route we gonna make. And that route will be tell like middleware 2 is called and middleware 1 is called. Like here it is telling that middleware 2 is called, then here it will take middleware 2 is called, and now we gonna here write the logic for the same, like how we gonna do that. So But